Good morning, dear student. Today we will read about conservation of biodiversity. Why and how we should conserve the biodiversity. As we know, the importance of biodiversity for our survival is very important. We should always be aware about how some of our activities are affecting the biodiversity. So, few steps are there which can be taken to conserve it. First is afforestation. Afforestation is planting of trees on a large scale so as to build forest where there were no trees present earlier. That means we have to plant trees more and more, and it is an important step towards conservation of biodiversity because forest is a natural home for many animals. Second is stop overgrazing. Overgrazing by cattle should be prevented because grazing by animals it destroy the grass, and if it is not controlled then it can destroy the the particular area. So it should be controlled to save vegetation in that area and prevent forest fire. When the fire takes place in forest, then it becomes very difficult to control it. So we have to prevent it by spraying fire extinguisher from helicopter or change the direction of wind, because once the forest fire takes place it destroy a large area. It can continue for 10 days, 15 days, 1 month, and it becomes difficult to control it. So we have to prevent it. Apart from these steps the authorities can take, it is also our responsibility to help conserve the biodiversity. So, we should adopt such practices that do not disturb the biodiversity, such as overhunting, overlogging, overgrazing, etc. Hunting is now prohibited, it cannot be done. Same as overgrazing, we should be take care of it. All these. Wildlife conservation. As forests are natural home of wildlife, so when we cut down trees, cut down the forest, the wildlife automatically get destroyed, which in turns destroy the biodiversity also. So to help conserve the wildlife, first we should do regulated hunting. The government should lay down strict regulation for hunting the wildlife. And these regulations should be sternly followed. It should be completely banned and a penal offense. And second is protection of habitats. Conservation areas such as the wildlife sanctuaries, national park, and biosphere reserve should be developed and protected by the government so that the wildlife can be flourish in their natural habitat. So the protected areas where the wildlife are protected in their natural home. First is national park. It is a vast area of land and sometimes water protected by government of conservation of wildlife. Within this area, the wildlife lives in a habitat in a protected environment. Cattle grazing, agriculture practices are not allowed in this area. National parks are also promoted as tourism destinations so that the public can watch and observe wildlife in their natural habitats. India has a total of 104 national parks across its different regions. Some are mentioned in this table. You have to learn the name of the park, their location, and flora and fauna present there. Bandipur National Park, located in Karnataka, and the given flora and fauna are present there. Same as Vitarkanika National Park, Gir Forest National Park, Jim Corbett National Park, Kaziranga National Park, Rajaji National Park, Ranthambore National Park, South Button Island National Park. All these are national parks situated in different locations. Second is wildlife sanctuary. It is a protected area where wildlife can thrive in their natural habitat, and such area provides a refuge to species in danger of becoming extinct. The endangered species are present there which can be taken extra care so that it cannot become extinct. No human activities are allowed which may disturb the well-being of the wildlife. Although certain activities such as collection of small forest products, small scale timber collection are allowed under strict supervision of legal authorities. So wildlife sanctuaries provide home for some endangered species. In India, there are 435 wildlife sanctuaries. Some of them are referred here in the table. Gautam Buddha Wildlife Sanctuary, located in Bihar and Jharkhand, and flora and fauna present there are tigers, leopards, wolves, sloth bears, cheetahs, sinkara, and many species of birds. Same as Salim Ali Bird Sanctuary in Goa, Barda Wildlife Sanctuary in Gujarat, Bharatpur Bird Sanctuary, now known as Ladio National Park in Rajasthan, Kaveri Wildlife Sanctuary in Karnataka, Gandhi Sagar Sanctuary in Madhya Pradesh. You have to learn all the names with their location and some flora and fauna present there.